Racing, Brock misses the start. The Nissan gets up behind the pair of them, has to go for another gear. Longhurst tries to carry on the outside, but it'll be Brock to the first turn. Good start there from Dick Johnson and also John Bow as they sweep down towards the pit turn, where Brock will take over command. Heading down the short pit straightaway to the right-hander. Looks like 98 Joe Sommariva has gone off there in the Commodore. Let's not worry about that. As we head down to the right-hander at the end of the pit straight. And there you can see Peter Perfect. What a perfect lead into the first turn after I thought it muffed the start. Brocky leading from Tony Longhurst. Dick Johnson, a great start. Johnson's up to third. Mark Scaife in the new Nissan four-wheel drive twin turbo GTR sits right in behind Dick Johnson. All of them just putting a wheel over the curve. Now, the thing to watch today with the Nissan, I think the thing that struck just about everyone here, it might be the best handling car in its debut appearance, but watch it come off a corner and work the next straight.
Yes, well, that's where the traction on all four wheels, Michael, gives it something to think about. And there he is executing a nice passing move on one of the shell cars already.
Well, that's Dick Johnson. Down on the inside, Mark Scaife. The car fairly sizzles down to the next turn, but there's Brocky doing it for Mobile in 0.5. Slowest corner on the racetrack. Longhurst still runs in second. I would think Mark Scaife would now be to third. Followed by Dick Johnson, who's under siege from his teammate, John Bow. And right behind them is Colin Bond, hanging in there with them too in the Caltech Sierra, and then Alan Jones, one back behind him. And also a good start from Andrew Madecki, Glenn Seaton in there, Larry Perkins, then followed by Jim Richards and Neil Crompton today. There's problems already. The first one in the pit area is in fact Alan Jones in the number 20 Benson and Hedges Sierra.
You can't win a sprint race in the pits, Michael. If they have to stop, it's the end of the day for him. You can say cheerio. There's no way you can get back out and do anything.
And Tony Longhurst now under a lot of pressure from Mark Scaife in the GTR.
You notice the shortcut that Mark's taking there, and that's the traction he's got. That's fairly loose marbles there. One would describe it as not exactly part of the circuit, but he was able to plant it in there on the inside line and just do what he wanted. A little power oversteer on the exit of that corner, but nothing that he hasn't got under control.
He certainly does appear to have it under control, and what a outstanding debut so far for the new Nissan GTR model. There's the gap back to Mark Scaife, who runs in second. Longhurst is third. John Bow is fourth. Fifth is Colin Bond in car number 8, and he's moved right up behind John Bow at this stage of the race. And there's Dickie Johnson keeping them both company.
Well, John seems to be in a spite of trouble here. I don't believe that Colin should be able to just fly by him at that rate. That looks like a bit of a problem for the number 18 car.
Up front in the Mobile Sierra, and right behind him is Mark Scaife in the new four-wheel drive twin-turbo Nissan GTR. Here they work the sweeper coming down this long straight. Stop-start turn coming up the right-hander.
He's quite close. I think probably it's fair to say that Peter's a little bit slower through the corners here, but only a frazzle. Mark is certainly getting as close as he can without touching him. There's no need to touch him.
No, none whatsoever. Uh-oh. Watch horsepower now as young Scaife guns the Nissan down the inside. We'll have to try and outbrake him. Will he what?
He did, passed and outbraked him. I think that's...
Now it's going to be interesting to see how far the Nissan is able to pull away from Brock now that he's got ahead of him.
We're looking at this fabulous scrap for and there's a touch there between Andrew Madecki, who's put it upside down after coming into contact with John Bow.
And then Bow's gone over the back, and Jim Richards appeared to might have just touched the back of John Bow's car.
That was bad luck. Andrew Madecki says, how on earth did that happen?
And such a slow speed, Michael. It was one of those freak deals. And
let's have a look at this.
Slight tap here.
That was just a tap that got Bow around. Yeah, you think the Bow would have been the one, but he's caught the front wheel, I think, of Bow's car, or the flaring.
Ricochet, as he came across, ricocheted, must have been just at the right point of leverage and flipped Madecki over.
So a bit of work to be done by Neil Lowe and the boys in the Shell Ultra team. They'll have him underway as quickly as they possibly can. In the meantime, Mark Scaife continues to lead the race from Peter Brock. Colin Bond runs in third. Dick Johnson is fourth. In the meantime, the order remains the same. Sorry, Neil's been passed in every turn now.
Well, he realizes that he's got a slightly slower car in those areas. He's not being pedantic about it. He's taking tit for tat and gone back and had another go there.
There's Larry Perkins. He's been in for a pit stop. Running on the 12 wheels today, he was telling me. As our race leader, everyone expected the car to be under a lot of pressure.
Oh, there's a sight we don't see.
Oops, and he's gone off.
No, something's happened there. Absolutely.
Now, whether or not it's just a lock-up and he's going to come through the sand trap, or when he's given it away.
Can't quite make up his mind whether it's going or not. It looks like it's still got a bit of traction, but something there when the right rear wheel locked up.
Well, that puts Peter Brock back in front. There's Mark Scaife. His race is over. He's going via the infield, heading back to the pits. And here is the man that goes back into the lead, Peter Brock. Freddie Gibson, team manager for Nissan, talking to Mark Scaife on the 2-1. There's Glenn Seaton, young driver with a ton of potential, doing a good job in the Peter Jackson Ford Sierra. As once again, we take this great shot. Now, Dulux Auto Colour race cam sits right on top of the roof of the Sierra. There you can see the crowd off to the left as I go across the start-finishing line here at Mallala. Then it's a quick kink to the right, then a kink back to the left. Seaton just putting the nose down there on the inside. He wasn't going anywhere there.
No, he overcalculated there, and it caused him.
Bond is really on the move here as they come down the back straight. If he can work his way to the outside, which is the inside here on Peter Brock. Can't do it this time.
These corners are particularly hard. They have to throw the vehicle from one side to the other, tight little left, right, left, and a lot of strain on the tires. But Brocky's held the lead there. I don't see any chance for Colin to snip by on the old pit straight. And here's where he's got to be a little bit careful. Bit wide again. Colin trying to come through on the inside. Not going to do him a lot of good there. He really needs to be.
No, it's settled down again. So Brock. Oh, Bond up this time. There's just enough of a gap. What a move from Colin Bond, who goes through and takes the lead. Can it be two in a row? And it's far from over yet. There's Jimmy Richards running with our Nissan race cam. Jim is in fourth at the moment.
Right, and definitely got Dick in his sights. But speaking of sights, Dick's got Brocky in his sights. In fact, it's just past him. Not on camera at the moment, but has just passed Brocky.
But Colin Bond, talk about the veterans coming back with a vengeance in the Caltech Sierra.
You know, age has got nothing to do with ability, Michael. I wish
Absolutely.
you'd start getting used to this idea.
We're in the same club, pal.
Yeah, we're all in the same club. And remember, Colin and I drove together.
That's true.
I know the aspersions you're casting. He's done a great job here and a superb job for Caltex, who have supported him for many years when life was not so easy. But he's persevered with his own engines. They build them themselves in Sydney. They've worked on an Australian management system and certainly proving the day here today.
Last corner coming up now as Colin Bond does it 2 from 2 in the Caltech Sierra. He is going to pick up the win here today at Mallala. Dick Johnson in car number 17 getting across the line. What a fabulous second for Johnson. And it looks like third man home is going to be Jimmy Richards. So Richards gets across in third, and that will give fourth to the ailing Peter Brock, who just limps across the line now. Check him out for you on the Shell race score. Bond is your race winner from Mallala. Second spot goes to Dick Johnson, third to Jimmy Richards, fourth to Peter Brock. A great drive, and rounding out the 5 is Tony Longhurst in car number 25.